Good morning, students. Myself Sachin Sharma. Today's topic of discussion is Wheatstone Bridge. Belongs to class 12th. Okay. You see here there is a parallelogram A, B, C, D, okay, having R1, R2, R3, R4 registers connected in the corresponding arms as shown in the figure. Okay, there is also a galvanometer and a cell which are connected in the corresponding BD and AC arms. Okay, so this is the construction of Wheatstone Bridge. Okay, based on the construction we can define what is a Wheatstone Bridge. Okay, in simple words, Wheatstone Bridge basically is the arrangement of 4 registers in the parallelogram arms. Okay, AB and AD, BC, AB and AD are known as adjacent arms. In the same manner, CB and CD are known as adjacent arms. Okay, arms BD and AC, in which galvanometer and cell are connected, is known as conjugate arms. Why we call conjugate arms? We call BD and AC conjugate arms because on interchanging the positions of galvanometer and cell from each other, there is no change in your Wheatstone Bridge. Okay, now you will study 2 types of Wheatstone Bridge. First one is balanced Wheatstone Bridge. Second one is unbalanced Wheatstone Bridge. Okay, now what is balanced Wheatstone Bridge or unbalanced Wheatstone Bridge? This entirely depends on the conditions of the arms connected in AB, AD, BC and DC arms. Okay, in your CBSE syllabus you have balanced Wheatstone Bridge. A bridge is called balanced Wheatstone Bridge if the ratio of the resistances in the adjacent arms are equal. It means the ratio of the adjacent arms means R1 upon R3 must be equal to R2 upon R4, or R1 upon R2 is equal to R3 upon R4. Okay, in short we can say if the product of the resistors in the opposite arms are equal, in that case we say my Wheatstone Bridge is balanced. Okay, it means if R1 R4 is equal to R2 R3, my bridge is balanced. Okay, so what is balanced Wheatstone Bridge? The condition of balancing is that R1 R4 is equal to R2 R3. It means the product of resistors connected in the opposite arms must be equal. Products of the resistors connected in the opposite arms must be equal. It means R1 R4 must be equal to R2 R3. In that case, we can say my Wheatstone bridge is balanced. Basically, the aim of Wheatstone bridge is to calculate the value of unknown resistance in terms of other known values of resistances. Okay, you see, if you know R1, R2 and R3, you can calculate R4. If you know R4, R2, R3, you can calculate R1. If you know R1, R4, R2, you can calculate R3. If you know R1, R4 and R3, you can calculate R4. Okay. Generally, the unknown resistance is attached across the DC arm. Okay. It is not compulsory, but generally you see your unknown resistance will be connected across DC arms. We can also establish this balancing conditions with the help of Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay. Suppose if you take the closed loop ABDA, okay, in closed loop A to B, B to D, D to A, okay, if we use KVL, what you see? You see minus I1 R1, okay, plus I2 R3 is 0. This gives you I2 R3 is equal to I1 R1. Okay, this is your equation number first. This is your equation number first. Second, if you use the closed loop BCDB, if you take closed loop BCDB, you have I2 using this you will have minus I2 R4 plus I1 R2 gives you 0. This gives you I2 R4 is equal to I1 R2. Okay, this is your equation number second. On dividing equation 2 divided by 1, we have R4 upon R3 is equal to R2 upon R1. Okay, you can see this. Okay, on cross multiplication you have R1 R4 is equal to R2 R3. This is the balancing conditions of Wheatstone bridge. what will happen in the balancing case? When your bridge is balanced, what will happen? There would be no current in the BDR. It means galvanometer current Ig would be 0. There is no deflection in the galvanometer. Okay. So galvanometer is in null position. In that case, the potential of B and the potential of D would be equal. There would be no potential difference across the arm BD, so no current across the arm BD. Okay. If this condition, when R1, R4 is not equal to R2, R3, when R1, R4 is not equal to R2, R3, your Wheatstone bridge is called unbalanced Wheatstone bridge. In that case, galvanometer current would be not equal to 0. There would be some current in the galvanometer, so there would be some deflection in the galvanometer. Okay. Now two possibilities may arise. First, current may go from B to D. In that case, potential of B is greater than potential of D. Okay. Current can go from D to B. This is the case when potential difference of D is greater than potential difference of B. Okay. So once again I am summarizing what we study today. We study today about the Wheatstone bridge. Okay. Wheatstone bridge is the arrangement of 4 resistors connected in the arms of a parallelogram to calculate the value of unknown resistance in terms of known values of resistances. Okay. We have two types of Wheatstone bridge, balanced Wheatstone bridge and unbalanced Wheatstone bridge. Balancing conditions is when the product of the resistances connected in the opposite arms must be equal. In that case, you do not have any current through the galvanometer. Okay. So potential difference across the galvanometer would be 0. If the condition, which is R1, R4 is not equal to R2, R3, when this condition is not satisfied, your bridge is called unbalanced bridge. This is not the study, this is not the part of our study. Okay. In the case of unbalancing, galvanometer current is not equal to 0. There would be a current in the galvanometer. If current is moving from B to D, it means potential of B is greater than potential of D. Okay. If current is going from D to B, in that case potential of D is greater than potential of B. Thank you and have a nice day.